Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to another episode of the München Club. It's the start of Season 8 and I can't wait to get through it with you and share what I've been up to. Before I do though, I just want to say to anyone who lives in Britain, if you've been affected by the storm, which has been pretty bad in places, I hope you and your loved ones are okay. It's been okay around here. There's been a few fallen trees. Where my son's great grandma lives in Huddersfield, which is a bit away from here, there's been severe floods in parts of it, so I know a lot of people have suffered. So hopefully you and your loved ones are okay. Right then, yeah, Season 8 could be the last season. I really want to kick on this year and do something special. We're getting closer and closer every year, so I had a few ideas, a few plans in place. We've had a good summer, we've got a few new players, a few players have left, and we've got into the season. Hopefully we're going to have a great live com today. You never know with a live com, anything can happen, but fingers crossed it's going to be a classico. Right then. If you want to help me, if you want to support me, smash that like button. If you really want to support me, you can always pledge to my Patreon. You find a link to that down below. Enough of all that schnizzle. Let's get into it. Let's start this episode with the awards from last season. Why not? I do enjoy the awards. It gives you a good idea of who's done what. And I like looking at goal of the season. Although, on this save, I don't always agree with it. But it is what it is. Graham Dodd's best player. He scores goals. He's not as prolific as I'd like him to be. But he does so much more. He's an all-rounder. He's really good. Dodsey got goal of the season. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Sign of the season, Dodsey, bargain buy, 15 million, class. Young player, Dodsey, clean sweep. First time ever I think we've had a player do a clean sweep. And there's team of the season. Pretty much picked itself really. It's a good side, although there will be changes this year. Well, let's have a look at goal of the season. There we go, Dodsey's picked up in the middle. He's charging forward. He's got 4 men chasing him pretty much. Now he could pass it across, but why would he do that? He finished it. Now obviously with Tabali leaving last year, I was a bit worried. We brought in Van der Werf, who's a brilliant young player, and he had a great season, but you never know with these things. He had a lot to live up to, and he lived up to it, and I think he surpassed it. He was fantastic. He's a better player, he will be a better player, and he's now our assist record holder. And Van der Werf got another award. He won Best Newcomer. Brilliant young player. Only 19 years old. The world is his oyster. And I can't believe this has come around already. I can't believe it. Peter Webber, the chairman, the president, sorry, he obviously took over from the original guy. And he's freaking done it already. He's had his first term. I think he's standing again. And he's been alright. No investment. I've never had a single penny invested from this board into the club. None of them have ever put a penny in. Every penny we've made it ourselves. Crazy really. So I don't know what he's going to do if he wins. I would have quite liked a new president. Now we've had the draw for the Pokal. Obviously we are 2-time champions. Can we do 3 back-to-back? That would be pretty special. It's possible. I don't know if I've ever done that. That'd be pretty cool though. Well, I just wanted to mention this now because we've drawn Spielberg. I think I've talked about Spielberg and old saves and old games, but Spielberg. This reminds me of the director. I imagine Steven Spielberg owns him. It's like a little side project of his. He's rich enough. Of course, we've got the Super Cup against Schalke, champions. On goal difference. So yeah, I was looking forward to that game. One thing I was chuffed with, obviously we moved into a new stadium and it's been up to now it's like 40 odd thousand I think. It can go up to 50 he did say, but we broke our records. That old record we had was at the Augsburg Stadium, so to have a new record, one we can be proud of. It's like we're getting back to where the old 1860 Munich used to be. Now Webber won a second term and I thought it was going to stay the same, but it didn't. He actually got rid of one of our famous old directors and replaced it with somebody else. So, you know, it's what it is. But he did say he wasn't going to change anything. He wasn't going to change anything he does. And he wasn't going to be investing any more money into the club. He hadn't invested anything into the club. So let's look at the transfers and how we're to strengthen certain weak parts of the team that I felt, or try and strengthen them if possible, bringing some more quality. I started at the back with the goalkeeper. We've got a good goalkeeper. He's come from Croatia. We've given him chance after chance, and he's good. But I want someone who maybe could be a little bit better. And there's a few out there. I couldn't get him. We've ended up getting this dude. He's a 22-year-old Belgian. We got him from Anderlecht. Didn't cost me much. He had a minimum free release clause of about £2.5 million. So I snapped him up. I like big goalkeepers. He's 6'5". He's a bit eccentric. Great handling, no great, decent reflexes. Can improve. I think he could be good. He's probably going to be my new number 1. Now I've got 2 good centre halves, a decent one and then a floaty one. I wanted someone really good. I wanted to have 2 really good ones. You know what I mean? So we brought in Mauricio Canchilla, a 21-year-old Colombian. We got him from River Plate. It cost me about 15 mil. He's now worth 30, which is a bonus. But I think he's very good. He's definitely now my best one. That's easily my best centre half. We had a bit of competition for him, but we won the race. We are München club. Next up, I wanted someone who could be a solid defensive midfielder. I did get rid of a bit of deadwood in the squad. I moved them on down to the München 2 to see who, because we had some good squad players. We had some good players in that squad who were fillers. They've come through the academy. But I think to kick on that little bit more, try and win the title this year, I need to bring some people in. So we brought in Carsten Gall. He's only 19, he's a German. We've got him from Werder Bremen. He wanted to leave them. Now, he doesn't initially shout out he's amazing, but the scouts loved him. Got great potential, and I'm hoping he can be good for us. Now, we've got Blasic, great left back, right? But he was suffering with quite a few injuries last year. He missed 3 big chunks of the season. He'd come back, play well, get injured. My backup, Heinrich, you know him from the academy. He wanted to leave. He had 1 year on his deal, so I cashed in on him. The guy who was a backup last year was decent, but he's only he's decent. He's not good enough. Once I saw this lad up for grabs, and I've done a lot of scouting in Holland. Got a lot of Dutch players here as it is. It's just a good time on this save for Dutch players. Things can change, but the minute Holland is hot, man. It's hot for players. So I brought in Mohamed Gader. That's what I'm calling him. 21-year-old Dutch player from Feyenoord. And he is awesome. If I was Blasic, I'd be worried for my starting position. Then pretty much the same thing happened on the right. I've got Sprouty, who I absolutely adore at right back. And then we had Depot, who again came up with Heinrich, one of the early academy players. Not played as much as he wants. He wants to leave as well. It's a case of they're not going to sign new contracts. Let's get money for him while we can. So Depot was left, and I needed a second player. Now he's a good player. Edson, 22-year-old Kate Verden. Is that how you say it? Is it Verde? I thought it was Kate Verde. Anyway, got it from Porto. A bit more of a wing back. Sprouty's my starter. He's my backup. I've actually recouped quite a bit and spent a bit, but I've spread the finances that we always do. But with that money we already had, the prize money we got at the end of last year for finishing second, Champions League money came end of the year as well, season tickets, all that good stuff. I mean, we've put minus 40 million down on the season already. But you can see the kind of profit we made last year. We have now started to accumulate wealth, right? Which is insane because, like I said, we've never had any investment. Everything we've built is from using our own players in the academy, getting through the league, getting into the Bundesliga, saving that prize money up. I mean, the only big player I've sold for profit is Tamale. I signed him for a couple of million, we sold him for like 60. So yeah, it's been hard at times. You probably don't see how hard it can be, you just see the fun bits. It's tough doing it this way, but it's so much more rewarding when you get to this point from where you started. I've loved it. So we had a good pre-season. I went out to the United Arab Emirates again to see my old mate CP. While I was there, we had a few drinks and a bit of a party. He's a bit of an animal, honestly. Go around his house, there's women everywhere. It's shocking. I didn't take the wife. Then we went on a bit of a training camp and we went to the States and I took the family there. I went to Disneyland and we flew over to the West Coast and played 3 games with Portland, Seattle and Galaxy. And we won every game in pre-season. We were looking strong. I know it's only pre-season, but I was confident this year. And that confidence grew when we built Schalke in the Super Cup. Super happy with this. Another trophy for me in the cabinet. I know it's just like a bit of a Mickey Mouse trophy, but it's Schalke. It's like we're the champions of the cup, they're the champions of the league. But everyone knows how tight that league was. Goal difference. So to beat them, it's like laying a statement down for the rest of the year that this is our time. We're hungry. We're like the underdogs. And I always think when you're the underdogs, you've got more chance of winning. Teams that usually get to that peak and win fall off a cliff afterwards, especially like in the NFL. And it's happened in the league, hasn't it? In football, teams can hit that peak. That's why they always say it's hard to go back to back because you lose that little bit of hunger. Right now, we are starving. Now let's look at our wage expenditure because you'll notice, or you might notice if you pay attention, last year I commented we spent about 900 grand a week on wages. It used to be like 300 when we first come to the Bundesliga. If you look now, we're 7th in the league. We now spend 1.3, so it's gone up a lot. But obviously we've brought in new players, the quality's improved, and I've given out a lot of new contracts. A lot of these players that have been doing well for me the last year or two, they've had massive pay rises. I want to keep the majority of that team together. and fight this year. There's a lot of other big teams want to fight. Bayern Munich have spent a fortune. But Borussia Dortmund, man, I mean, they have spent a lot. 187 million. I mean, they've got rid of some players, but it's going to be an exciting year. I can't wait to see what happens. Well, I'm sorry, Steven Spielberg, but your boys took one hell of a beating. We battered them 7-0 and a B-teamed it. I've been, well, sort of B-teamed it. I just basically want to concentrate on the big games. And when it comes to the cup and so on, I'm going to put out a so-called weaker side. But what's good about us is when you look at our so-called weaker side at the minute, it's stacked. It's still pretty freaking good, in my opinion. And we destroyed them. Absolutely destroyed them. We then came up against Leipzig and I still sort of B-teamed it. I took a gamble. I thought, let's stick with them. I mean, the new goalkeeper played, but a lot of them players are going to be my so-called backups this year. So to go and beat a former champion, a team that was dominant for quite a few years, like Leipzig, really starting to show the quality we've got now, the depth. And we are just hungry to win games. And if we want to win the Pokal again, which I do, I want to win everything. We've got to get past Hoffenheim in the third round. And if we go over to the Bundesliga, it really was a statement. This is just what I wanted this year. I wanted that good young team I've got that's getting older and more experienced and got trophies behind them now to really kick on a gear. I wanted to add a few pieces, especially in defence, and like finish it off, make it perfect. And so far, it's been pretty perfect. We've drawn, up at this point, one game, and that was against Berlin, 1-1. We won 9 games. I'll show you the results in a minute. Aguirre is having a stormer this year. I even nearly contemplated, the deal fell through, I couldn't afford it. I got a new left winger thinking, Aguirre's good, but I want someone a bit better. And I don't know if he heard me. I know he didn't, but I like to pretend, because he stepped up this year. Got the 2 best players in the league. Van der Werf is a beast. Hopefully he can keep that going. He's immense. So yeah, I mean, we're top of the league. We joined top of the league with Schalke. This time we're winning on goal difference. Nice bit of a cushion. Colmer up there. But look like Dortmund are doing okay, spent a lot of money. Bayern spent a lot of money. They're 7th. I freaking love this league. Absolutely love it. And what I love is, where's Freiburg? Champions League 1 year, relegated the next. Crazy. So these are the results so far this season, and obviously we've won every game, drawn 1. I've B-teamed a couple though, just obviously when I've got other games to play. But it's been brilliant, honestly. The guys have been scary good. I mean, even in the press, they're saying they fit the tactic perfectly now and all that good stuff. So that's at 18. We've got an 18-ish. 18 again. Dortmund, 187 million. Beat you in your own back garden. 1-0. Happy days. Obviously an 18. B team. 1-0 win away. So I took a few risks. I'm going to carry on taking them risks because I want to use everyone. Try and keep people fresh. 18. B team that. We drop points. You know, is what it is. Stuttgart, 18. Hamburg, 18. And then obviously today's live con. We haven't played them in a live con for a while. We've got to do it, haven't we? We've surpassed them the last couple of years. I want to beat them. And if we have a look, form against them, obviously the first 4 games, we've got no chance. I mean, we got beaten the Pokal, first 3 games in the league they used to beat us, then we won a couple, got beat off 1 at their place, and then now they haven't beat us for 5 games. We won 4 on the bounce, 1 of them was in the cup, and the last game we played was at home, we drew 1-1. So we're actually winning in our little mini head-to-head league table, which is insane. This is where I want it to be. The whole aim of this series was to get this club built up, to restore pride with a new image, to surpass Bayern. We're not going to win the many trophies that they have, but to get above them on a regular basis and to start winning big trophies, to win the Bundesliga. We're nearly there. Carlo Ancelotti, top manager. I love him as a manager. Great on this game. He's got a good team still. They've had to do a bit of rebuilding. They had the old team, and then that's when they took a dip when a lot of them players went away. And they have spent a lot of money, and they are doing that slow rebuild, to be fair to them. But I want to beat him. I want to do him. We really want to do them. Now my board might not want to give me any money, but they like spending the money I've generated. But to be fair, it's on something good. Now our facilities are all maxed out now, but they've decided to expand the stadium. So they're going to put it to its maximum, which is 50,000, but obviously there's planning, and they did say that won't happen until the end of next year. So nothing should change this year. We've still got a good stadium. I can't wait. I can't wait for this game today. Because we've done so well, I'm kind of scared that we're going to freaking bottle it in a live comp. This is a thing of beauty. We're the favourites, I think. I don't know about odds. It's green on our side. That's all I need. We're in excellent form there and inconsistent. They have lost 3, drawn 3, won 4. It's still good though. It's still Bayern. I want to beat them in the stadium. The stadium they used to play in a very long time ago when they were our bitch. And you know what? You're going to be our bitch again. The only little trouble today is 2 of my best players are missing. Van der Werf, he's on the bench, but he shouldn't really play. He's 80% fit, 80% match fit. Sprout, he's the same. He's not on the bench. He's a bit worse. So Gal and the new guy right back playing. If we had Van der Werf on, I'd be really, really confident. But you can see the new Grunwalder Stadion behind us. Got a couple of corners to fill in. I'm hoping when it goes to 50, that's what will happen. So we kicked off here at the Grunwalder, and I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing. Although outside it's starting, I think the storm's coming back. I can tell because I film in a little room. I've got my own room in the house, like a studio. The window's right there, and I can see the trees going. The clouds are going about 400 miles an hour, which is not a good sign. And it's been hailing all morning. That's just stopped. Great fun, absolutely great fun. Anyway, here's Salva. He's had the ball lost. Cavalier's going to pick this up. So yeah, Garland has been playing where Cavalier's playing. So that's why Cavalier's coming back in this game. I mean, Van der Werf is class. If we really need him, I might stick him on for 15-20 minutes at the end. I really wanted you to see him play because he's just so good. He was good last year, but he's got better this year. He's an absolute joy. Plus we've got the patch. The proper patch is out in it, and it's updated, and it's save compatible, so it changes. So I've already noticed, me personally. Up and then starting to score more varied goals, which I'm buzzing about. But anyway, here we go. Free kick. Come on, lads. We're the better team here. Salva with a free kick. Oh, come on. So yeah, don't forget, make sure you check in on a Saturday for my Journeyman series. I'm loving playing that. We're in Greece at the moment. I've also finally made an APL database, although I'm putting the finishing touches to it. It won't be a series. It's just going to be, I'm going to do a one-off video. I'm going to go about 5 years into the future to show you how it works. Oh, you're joking. Bayern Munich took the lead. So I'm just going to show you 5 years into the future, but it should be good. It's got 4 divisions, a couple of cups. Going to be able to play in... Oh! Lucius! Carlos Lucius. Ledge. So you're going to be able to play in the 4 leagues, couple of cups. I've got Canada on it. There's going to be Mexico on it. They've had a bit of an upgrade as well. Not too much, just a bit of a boost because I wanted to spread the love around that North American region just so when you're playing in the North American Champions League, it's not just going to be full on American. You might have a dodgy goal. You might have a bit of competition, but it's mainly all about the new system in America. No salary cap. It's a traditional European based on England really. 4 divisions, you go up, 3 go down, playoffs, new money, lots of new teams and all that. I'm going to bring out a graphics pack with it. I'll explain it all in the video, and then I'm going to release a game save file so you can test it for me for maybe a month. And then once I'm happy with it completely, I'll stick it on Steam. But yeah, I love it, mate. I didn't do it for FM19, I did it for 17 and 18. And I made series for both of them. Now, go on, Dodgy. Trying to be fancy. Both series are as good as they are, I think, crashed and burned very quickly. So I won't be making a series, just one video to show you how it all works. Right, I don't know if I told you earlier, you might have noticed it, but I did demand more earlier, just before we scored. I just sort of pushed forward. Last 5 minutes at first half, let's go for it, München. Half time, there you go, 1-1. Even though it didn't feel like it, we both scored in the same minute. I don't think it felt like that to me, but that's happened. But we're edging it, possession, chances, we can do this. I really want Van der Werf to play. He's so good. Dangerous, man. Dangerous in the middle of that park. I thought I'd get some offers in for him. We didn't. He's still in 19, nearly 20. I think that would happen eventually. Just got to get the club to the heights of top of the world. We've had a reputation increase. I'll try and remember to show you at the end. So we've gone up in the rankings, but we've got a lot to build on. We've only got 2 Pokals. We've got some minor trophies. We've only got 2 Pokals. I'm running out of time here. Shit. Okay, here we go. We've got to throw it on the right hand side. There we go. Down. Come on, look up, lad. Cavalier finds Salva. Vision pass to Blasic. Oh! I thought that went in. I thought it rattled the net. Well, that's annoying. I've made 3 changes. Van der Werf, Soddy, he's coming on. Down, who's a great impact left wing substitution. And Boy at right back, he can cover it right back. Just to get the yellow card off, really. Right, here we go, Dodsy. Come on, Dods. Come on, look up, lad. Don't look up, actually. Take them all on. Come on, München. Come on. I mean, the draw's alright. I want to beat him. I don't want to get beat. So I've demanded more. Everyone's focused, but that time is flying. We're down to our last few final minutes. I think we should have done these. I think we've been the better team. If they score now, I'll be devastated. I'm not going to lie, I will. Because we are better than them. Oh, sod off. My heart genuinely stopped then. Well, there you go. Couldn't bring a victory. Well, at least we're not getting beat. And that's 6 games now on the bounce. They haven't beat us. So that's something to be proud of. I reckon we're the better team. Honestly, we are better than them. Forget this. We're going to finish higher than them. We're going to win the league. Well, there we are. Well, we're still top. And we're top by a point now because obviously Schalke played their game earlier. So when we looked at the table earlier, they'd already played their game. We were the late kickoff because we're special. Probably on TV. So we've not been able to give us much of a cushion. But that game in hand's put us a point ahead. And we're still undefeated. Quick look at his squad arrange by average rating, and yeah, it's pretty special. Forget the 2 goalkeepers. It's very hard for a goalkeeper who plays to get in there. You've got Kamal, the he's not done too well, even though he's played 9 games. The rest of the squad, whenever they've been called upon, have been pretty special. To be fair, I mean, look at that! I can't argue, I'm enjoying it. The one thing I love Dodsy, you see. I just wish he scored more goals, 16-14. He's a good player though. He doesn't score enough. I want a guy who scores every game. But that's a dream, innit? Guerrero's the best player, the 2 wingers, and the best players are down 3rd, really, even though he's been a bit part player. But honestly, super happy with how it's going. And you thought I forgot, didn't you? Well, I haven't. This is the Champions League. We got drawn in Group D, a tough group. Ajax, led them last year, I think. Inter and Liverpool. Ain't going to be easy. Well, unless you're the München club, played for 1-4. We're in the best season so far ever. We have not been beat pre-season in the VOLCANO, in the league, and in Europe. It's going to happen. I don't know when though, but we've been pretty special, man. When you're beating Liverpool away, it's always the most enjoyable thing for anyone. So yeah, absolutely buzzing. Can't lie. Steamroll this as well. And this is the club rankings. You won't be able to see our name because of me, but that highlighted line is us. So we're not far off. We've got teams like Lyon and Roma above us and Benfica, who we are obviously better than. But we haven't got any recording of a good one, have we? So yeah, I want to improve that. Man, we did the best team. Liverpool 2nd. We beat Liverpool at Anfield. I'm on the München. There we go. That's another episode finished. Episode 1 of Season 8. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you're happy with how it's going. I'd love to know what you think of the team and obviously how well we're doing. Do you think we can do something really special this year? Because I am really positive. I just got a good feeling. Every game feels like we're going to win it. So even when we just draw them, we still feel like the better team. So yeah, really happy. If you're happy, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you tune in all this week because I'm hopefully going to get Season 8 finished off this week. Hopefully, maybe going into next week. We've got the Journeyman on Saturday. It'll be my 2nd year in Greece with Aris FC. And also, hopefully, the video about the American Premier League where you'll be able to have a go of it yourself. Can't wait to share that with you. It's a lot of fun. Makes America great again in the right way. So yeah, as always, thanks for taking time out your busy day. Hope you're safe during the storm. I hope you're happy. I hope you're loved. If you ever want to talk to me, get in touch. It's easy going, man. I'll talk to all of you. Love you. I'm Bood. See you next time.